Today we got quite a bit to talk about, guys. Coinbase has started a grassroots movement to get crypto regulation moving in the right direction here in the United States. I'm going to squash some fears that some of us have been having, myself included, about the IMF and some of their comments that they've been making about cryptocurrencies. Recently, some world leaders have gotten together. They are coming out with some regulation guidelines, should I say, in September. And a lot of people are wondering, what's that language going to look like? We'll talk a little bit about that. And Bitcoin's monthly candle is closing probably during this live stream right here. So let's talk a little bit about what we're seeing here in the year 2023 for Bitcoin and crypto. Let's also take a peek at what's going on with CRO Coin. CRO Coin versus Bitcoin. We got to take a look at that chart. And I got something that we've been looking at here on the channel that I got to share with you guys today, something that I think might be coming along. And of course, I wouldn't be doing a live stream unless I was with my partner, Blacksea. Blacksea, how you doing today, my brother?
I'm doing great. Happy to be here, guys. Happy to go over what's been going on in the crypto space with y'all, and let's hop into this.
Let's hop in. If you didn't know it, guys, we are giving away $1,000 worth of Bitcoin when we hit 10,000 subscribers on the channel. Got some other giveaways we'll talk about later in the stream, but make sure you guys subscribe right now and smash up the like button to get this stream going. Let's get into it. First off, I'm sure you guys looked at the markets. Crypto market caps, been floating around 1.5 to 1.1 trillion dollars, and right now we're moving a little bit down, but honestly, guys, it's not even a blip on my radar. If we have a 5% swing day to day of Bitcoin here in the next 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, it's honestly irrelevant to me because my strategy, we've talked about a lot on the channel, is dollar cost averaging. Why? Because we believe in the long-term vision for crypto here on the channel. That being said, every single crypto right now is just experiencing some extreme volatility. Ever since Bitcoin is at $25,000, it just has not broken through, and it is just testing some levels, 23, 25, 24, 23, 24, and the rest of the market is playing these same games. And another thing we'll talk about here in this video is the inflation fears. I think that's one big thing that we're seeing, and Blacksea has done a great job of talking about, we got to draw a line, folks, between the S&P 500 and, this chart right here. What's your take here on these markets today, Blacksea? How are you feeling coming into a monthly close of February for Bitcoin?
I'm all right. This is kind of what I expected. I've been calling for this since the beginning of this month. I thought that we were going to be having basically a sideways February. We made our big gains in January, and guess what, guys? So far, we are keeping those gains, and we are just consolidating, creating new levels, new price levels to consolidate and create new accumulation zones. And all in all, this is bullish continuation. And, I think that we have about a year of this. I think my price ranges are between 19,500 and almost 40,000 leading into the Bitcoin halving. I think we could be trading up and down for another year in between those price levels.
And that range is absolutely hilarious, but so good, right? Because we believe that the bottom's in, guys. That's something we've been talking about on this channel, and if that is true, we timed the bottom. If you've been watching this channel, if you've been watching the Crypto Report, and if you are a member on the channel, you guys have been engaged in this conversation we've been having about where we're at in these crypto charts. But a run to $30,000, $40,000, or even $50,000 is within the realm of possibility here in the year 2023. But you can have such a huge range. Why? Because we're really accumulating. I mean, most of the crypto community, if you're a true crypto person, you're accumulating now because the bull market's coming. And so you're not even worried about a $19,000 to $40,000 Bitcoin, right?
I think the good point what you're trying to get over here is what I totally agree is if you've been inside of crypto for more than one cycle, after saying that, my price range is between 19,500 and 40,000 to be consolidating, I took a step back and realized, I'm so confident that Bitcoin, that's the great accumulation zone, that Bitcoin's going to be swinging up and down between those levels, because when the bull market does come, and folks, it will come. It will come, and we will have new all-time highs. When that time does come, you'll be very, very happy that you're buying in between $19,500 and potentially $40,000 over the next year.
Yeah, and as we have that volatility, for all you traders out there, there's extreme price swings. Whether you want to take a short because you think, hey, Bitcoin's not supposed to break above $25,000 just yet. Maybe you're out there, you think, hey, we're going down to $21,000 here over the next week or two. You're scared of inflation and you think the market's going to be scared. Maybe you want to short the market. Well, there's a great volatility opportunity for you if that's something you believe, if you got conviction on that. Or if you want to long from, 23,000 to 30,000, maybe, you got to set your stop losses right. These are all opportunities to make some money. And so whether you're a hodler or a trader, we're going to have a lot of fun here on the channel. And if you guys want to take advantage, by the way, of an opportunity to open up a trade, there is free money in the link in the description down below. Careful with the leverage trading, folks, but it's a fantastic tool. And there's up to $8,000 sign-up bonus for BitGet. You got to get in there. You got to register, deposit money, and then you can get some free money. But these are things that people are starting to look at because, if we're kind of be bouncing between $19,000 and $40,000 and you want to make money right now, well, trading's a great way to do it. Otherwise, you could do what we prefer to do here on the channel most frequently is just dollar cost average and hodl. These are the last 3 months. How beautiful is this chart? You said it right when we opened the video, Blacksea. We've been going up. And so for anybody fearful right now, look at what we've done. It's a $300 billion upward move over the last 3 months for crypto. How amazing is that?
Yeah, that's fantastic. I mean, we're doing everything we're supposed to be doing. The 4-year cycle is still intact, and we're still following it. Right now, we should be recovering. We should be coming up off the bottom, and we've had a 40% gain since January, or since the end of the year, and now we need to consolidate. We have time. There's time until we should have the hypothetical potential move to the upside. And I did want to Texas Crypto had a question. Hypothetical question. You have $5K to invest. Options are CRO or Quant. I'll tell you what, I don't know a lot about Quant, but I will tell you that regardless of what the crypto is, if you have conviction in it right now is a great accumulation zone, whether it's CRO, Quant, Ethereum, Bitcoin. This is a great time to be buying whatever crypto as long as there's strong fundamentals behind it.
Yeah, I totally agree. Just in general, you keep talking about it. I mean, what a great accumulation zone. But Texas, it's a great question. And I'm going to come out and I'm going to make an announcement here for the first time on the channel. Guys, for me personally, I filled up my CRO bags. I think, Blacksea, did you also fill your CRO bags? Are you bought in? You got your share? You feel good?
I feel pretty good. I mean, I've been accumulating CRO since at the MCO days. I've been buying and buying, but I'm still accumulating more and more because I take my CRO that's staked and I just restake it. I'm not selling that for anything else, but I'm basically set. I have a very, very healthy bag of CRO, and I know Crypto Kip does as well. And we'll take the staking rewards from CRO and we'll keep accumulating those, and then we'll compound. But yeah, quite frankly, I'm good. I don't need to be putting extra capital in. I have a very, very nice position on CRO Coin.
Yeah, and Texas, I guess the point I was trying to make is, personally for me, I bought all the CRO that I need. I got a big, beautiful bag of CRO. I'm ready for $1, $2, $5, whatever we get. I've bought into CRO. And so just like Blacksea, I am playing with my interest. I'm taking my CRO interest. I'm getting on the DeFi app. I'm buying some altcoins. I bought a lot of Tonic. I got enough Tonic now. And now I'm kind of looking for other projects. And I do love Quant. I think Quant's a great project. A lot of people are excited about that. But I think the real answer to your question, Texas, lies in whatever your portfolio looks like today, right? If you don't have any Bitcoin yet, you're going to want some. You're going to want some, Texas. You're going to probably, not financial advice, but historically, Bitcoin is your friend, okay? Ethereum's your friend. So you're going to make sure you got a balanced portfolio. You don't want to be YOLO all in on one project in particular. Most likely, I mean, this is just, how I do it. So it kind of depends on how much you got. Both are great projects. That being said, maybe there's something to be said about the AI plays. Maybe there's something to be said about sandbox and the metaverse plays out there. Maybe there's something to be said about some of these other newer projects, maybe, some of these competitors to crypto.com. Maybe you want some exposure to some other exchanges just in case, hey, you want to be diversified, guys. We want diversity, right? We hold a little bit of Binance tokens here on the channel as well. We hold some CRO, obviously. I've been thinking about some OKX. If we get a big dip, I might consider it. So you got to make sure you're balancing your portfolio for you. And one thing's for sure, we have a great buying opportunity right now. I mean, what are your thoughts on this chart, Blacksea? I'm looking at this thing, and I put out a video earlier on Bitcoin today, and I said, 21K Bitcoin, is that something that we're due for? Can we get back down to this, previous kind of level at this 21.5 or even this, 20,900 price level for Bitcoin? How likely is that in your eyes right now?
Well, first off, I want to say what we were talking about back to what Texas asked. And, exposure is a very important word that you said. Are you exposed? Do you have exposure to the projects that you believe in and have conviction for? And is that your strategy? Is your exposure equal to your strategy? And if the answer is no, well, then you need to buy whatever project you want to have more, or you need to sell or reposition yourself. It's as simple as that. But now to Bitcoin, I will say that, yes, I do believe we could get back down to the $21,600 mark. My consolidation zone is between 19,500 and basically 30,000 at this point until we have a clear breakaway and we get a higher consolidation level. But I do think that right now there's a chance we come down to 21,600. But at the same time, we are consolidating. We are consolidating above 23,000. So if we do break below 23,000, that's when I'd be looking for 21,600. But it's very important to be just looking at different levels. And if you break above those levels, you look for the next level. If you break below those levels, you look for the next level. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, and these are great levels. So these levels that we're looking at, $25,000. If you want to short from $25,000 back down to, low $24,000, right? That might be a great short, right? Why? Because 25,000 is a huge key level, right? If you might want to long, in this area, maybe if it does break down to $21,000, that might be a great area to long as well. And I do got to shout out Texas Crypto. What a beautiful super chat. Thank you so much for the support. We have one of the most generous communities here in crypto. I love this channel. The chat that we have going on is incredible. Last live stream, we had, I think it was 3 gifted memberships to the channel. Texas, you are a member. You've been a member for a couple months now. We have Benny Blue Eyes. Shout out to Benny. I don't think he's with us here today, but he gifted a couple memberships. So that's really great. And if you are a member on the channel, you get additional entries towards our giveaways. You get access to our private Discord. If you're a member and you're not in the private Discord yet, hop in there, guys. Let's talk one-on-one. Brother, Texas, thank you for the super chat. We appreciate the support.
Thanks so much, Texas. That's huge, man. And like what Crypto Kip said, this community just continually impresses me. I love the Crow fam. It's super cool how everyone can talk with each other, and we're all on the same team. We want to be successful. We want to build wealth. We want to learn and explore the crypto space. It's awesome to see each other helping each other out. It's beautiful. And you know what? Our token, CRONOS, is ranked number 31. We've seen better days, Crow fam, but this community just fights on. I mean, you go into Twitter, you see some of these Twitter spaces, they couldn't be nicer. Shout out to Alpha. He's got a great Twitter space. There's a lot of guys out on Twitter. So warm and welcoming, right? If you go into the Discord, if you buy a loaded lion, part of the the crypto.com NFT platform, people are going to welcome you to the Lion Pride. If you got a metaverse plot of land, people are going to congratulate you. Couldn't be nicer. I'm so excited to see the development that comes into this ecosystem, and you consider it too. I love how they still have this up on CoinMarketCap. Crypto.com is rebranded to CRONOS. This was such a key move for them. Why? Because this DeFi ecosystem is going to be absolutely huge, and this was a very key move. They've got this posted here. I love that they have this here because people still need to be aware of this, and this needs to be at the top of our minds as this warm, welcoming, loving community welcomes developers in. I'm so excited to watch this thing grow. And though we're at rank number 30, you know what? I'm not too worried about it because over the last 3 months, just like Bitcoin, guys,
we're up. We're printing money. Shout out to Let's Go Crow, gifted another membership. Look at this community, guys.
Yeah,
Look at this community.
We're talking about it. I love it. Exactly. The proof is in the pudding. Everyone's so nice here. Everyone's just gifting subs. It's really cool.
Welcome, Benny. Benny just showed up as well. Crypto Runner, congratulations. You can thank Let's Go Crow in the chat. Good to have the fam here. Michael, stay in long enough, man. You might get gifted a membership. You never know. Look at the Crow fam. Yeah, if you guys are a member, you get access to these emojis, and we have a lot of fun with the Crypto Report community. But kudos to you, Let's Go Crow, sharing the love. I love it. Well, Crow fam, let's talk a little bit of Bitcoin versus, Crow versus Bitcoin. Now, these are some interesting lines that we've been looking at here on the Crow versus Bitcoin chart. Guys, this is the performance of CRO versus BTC. Now, as the crypto markets are dipping today, what do we know, guys? Altcoins dip faster than Bitcoin. That's just how it goes. So if Bitcoin's bleeding today, you can expect, most likely, CRO Coin to bleed against Bitcoin. And that's kind of what we're seeing. And so I'm going to kind of go down to the dailies here. We've been talking about some of these ranges. This has been a very key range for Bitcoin and CRO. We broke down a little bit below it for a second there in mid-February. We're kind of trying to test the bottom of this range again. Blacksea mentioned he wouldn't be surprised if we kind of did test this one lower level. I don't know if we're going to get back down here again. I personally don't expect that, but I could certainly see us getting here. That being said, guys, when Bitcoin starts to move up again, eventually this will start to move up again and come back to the top of this channel. And so if you want to leverage trade some CRO, you might be at the bottom of a range here. You might have a good opportunity, try to long some CRO potentially. You can do that through an MMF Finance. That's a pretty great platform to do that on. And we've been toying with the idea of showing you guys a little bit of that as well on the channel. But
I think I would really have fun doing that. Give us a like. Let us know in the chat if you want to see some trading, some CRO Coin trading on the channel, because I would really like to get involved in that. It'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah, should we leverage trade in this channel? Blacksea, if you want to put up a poll, I'd like to see what they vote on. Do you want to see some live leverage trades? Do you want to see some live leverage trades from Blacksea? I'm going to throw it at you. We'll have some fun with that if you guys are into it. But what are your thoughts here? I mean, this is one thing I've been looking at. I mean, historically, people are all bent out of shape about CRO's price action. But again, we're up 30-something% for the month. So, I mean, since the beginning of the year. But look, I mean, historically, we've pretty much kind of consistently made it back up to this blue line. You feel good about getting here still. I mean, right, Blacksea? And do you think also there's a chance we could break through this line and hit a all-time high for CRO versus Bitcoin?
I mean, I definitely think that there's possibilities that we do break below on the CRO Coin versus Bitcoin, just because I think that Bitcoin needs to gain a little bit more Bitcoin dominance. I would like to see us reach that 44% Bitcoin dominance level. And when we do that, there's going to be a variation in the CRONOS versus Bitcoin chart, and we should come down. And that's okay. Don't panic, guys, when you see that, because that's when you'll see Bitcoin make a very big move to the upside, and then we look for that consolidation, that trickle-down effect into the altcoins, and that's when you start to see those 5, 10, 20 X's on the altcoins.
Absolutely. That's a great point. And guys, it's true. This could come down to these lower levels, but look what happens when we do get to the low level. You see how it goes. We come back and we come back in a big way. And every time we bounce off any of these levels, that could be the moment that, hey, we kind of get on with the party. CRO Coin starts making its move back towards $1, and who knows, if we do get above the dollar, which I do think we're going to do here in the next bull market. We talk about that a lot on the channel. I feel very confident about that for so many reasons. We talk about it every day. It's the partnerships, it's the ease of use for the Crypto.com app, it's the growth of the exchange and the users that are coming to adopt it, it's the DeFi ecosystem, it's the metaverse launch that they're coming out with. There is no reason that this should not eventually come back up to the top of this. And anybody who is a loyal CRO holder is going to print some serious money, because why? We know that there will be a run of CRO versus Bitcoin of possibly 400%. And if it dips a little bit lower, and let's just say you bought some CRO at the, let's say we get to the bottom of this range, that would be an insane 900% rally if you bought at, let's say CRO does bleed a little bit more against CRO. So CRO bleeds against Bitcoin. So these are things we're looking at. We're looking at the macro vision. If you are interested in crypto, I just urge you, I dare you to put on your long-term trading, hodling glasses and use those diamond hands, guys. Use those diamond hands, but take profit when it's appropriate. And if you turn on the notification bell, if you guys subscribe to this channel, if you guys watch this content and keep posted with not only our content, everybody on YouTube, keep up to date with the articles, which we'll be bringing you on this channel. You will be aware of when might be time to sell, guys. It's very important to take profits. But there are people that are saying, put your long-term glasses on, guys. Bitcoin price needs to close February above 50-month line trend line, Okay, yeah, it doesn't feel bullish, they say. Bitcoin fizzling. 2-month rally holds a warning for investors. Okay, let's keep this in mind, guys. The only thing that's going on right now is people are fearful of the Fed rate hike. This is all that's happening. Recently, we had the PCE data that came out, stoked some fears. This is the preferred measure of inflation for the Fed, guys, and this caused fear in the market. So we had one of the worst weeks since the beginning of the year in the traditional market. When this data came out, what did we get in crypto? We lost all our gains for February. And right now, you've got Bitcoin at a 0.2. Oh, you know what? Hold on. I got to change it here. Got this right here. There you go. Bitcoin is officially turned red for February, but not anything to be thinking. This is a silly article. Why? Because if you believe in crypto, if you've done your research and you understand the concept of Bitcoin, you understand that it is deflationary in nature instead of the US dollar, which is inflationary, right? And you don't look for these, short-term trading warnings, right? Maybe, hey, you see this, maybe you want to short it. But honestly, don't trade off of a headline, guys, because these guys say one thing and they, typically the other happens, really. But what about this month? I mean, I'm putting on my long-term trading glasses. I mean, I'm a holder. I hold for the long term. I look at the trend. There's bull markets. There's bear markets. Does February getting into the red today concern you at all, Blacksea? And what are your thoughts on some of these headlines and the fear that's being stoked right now in the markets?
First off, I'll say that 99.999% of all the headlines are just noise. They're just noise. They're just trying to get you to sell your coins or buy coins from somebody else. You got to be careful, guys. You need to be able to read between the lines to really be successful at trading crypto, whether even crypto or stocks in general. But all in all, am I worried? No. Do I think we could have a red March? Maybe. Do I think that we could have a green March? Probably. I'm definitely leaning more towards a move to the upside leading into the Bitcoin halving than a continual bearish momentum to the downside. That just doesn't make sense. But that is possible, and it is possible, guys. I won't say nothing is impossible. But if we do have a bearish trend leading into the Bitcoin halving, then we'll reassess and figure out a new strategy. It's as simple as that. But based on probability and statistics, which is what trading is all about, I think that is a non-probable outcome. I think that we're going to be moving to the upside over the next year leading into the Bitcoin halving.
Well said, Blacksea. And we do have another question from Nazar. Question: is the IMF stance concerning or a welcomed bit of news for increased regulation? That's a great question. We will talk a little bit of IMF for you. Just give me another minute here, Nazar. We'll talk about it. Oh, wait. You beat me to the punch. It's coming up right now. It's destiny, Nazar. It's just smash up the like button for that one, guys. That's a happy coincidence right there. Let's talk IMF. So, guys, these are some of the old school folks, right? It's the world financial leaders that got together at the G20 meeting. And prior to that G20 meeting, the IMF came out and they said, we're going to leave a crypto ban on the table. Well, guys, this is something that was concerning. Why? Because at this G20 meeting that we talked about here just a week or so ago on the channel, they came out and said, we're going to give some crypto guidance, coming out with a paper in September saying how the world should globally handle crypto regulation. Well, here they've clarified their preference and their stance. So the answer to your question, Nazar, is this is a good bit of news, good sir. Absolutely splendid. IMF prefers to regulate crypto rather than banning it. How beautiful is this news right here?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I saw this coming from a mile away.
Right.
I don't see, guys. They cannot ban Bitcoin. They cannot ban crypto. The first country to do that is going to be the country that gets damaged massively when it comes to financial innovation. They can't afford to do that. They're going to pretend like they're going to regulate it into the ground, but they just simply can't.
They cannot. But here they try, Blacksea. Robinhood now facing the SEC investigation over their crypto business. So in case you guys didn't know, maybe you're a fan of Robinhood, maybe you're not, I used to really dislike holding my crypto on Robinhood. Now, I don't mind it as much considering that they have the crypto wallet. You can actually hold your crypto, which is very cool. Before, I'd urge people not to buy their crypto on Robinhood because not your keys, not your wallet. You didn't own those coins. You couldn't transfer them. Now you can. So that's good. But now they're facing an SEC investigation over it. And so it's very, very interesting. And if you read into this article, and I'm not going to go through all this, but basically, guys, they say, if it's enough trouble, they actually said that they may pull the crypto part of their business off the table. That being said, I don't think it's going to happen. Why? Because, again, we know that regulation's coming for crypto. The IMF is changing their footing publicly. They want people to know that they're not going to crush the industry. They're just going to regulate it, which I'm sure might crush some projects. But SEC is just grasping at straws right now, and they're doing everything they can to try to control. Really what I think it is it's Gary Gensler trying to save face for the lack of research and the lack of insight that he had into the FTX collapse. And he looked bad to Congress. He looked bad to the government. He looked bad on the world stage. And so now he's coming in with crypto regulation left and right and coming after everybody that he can. And it's really out of line.
I think that Gary Gensler is he is trying his best to not be the scapegoat for why FTX wasn't looked at a little bit more closely. He's doing everything in his power, and I think you're spot on with that. I think that, first off, with Robinhood, they're not going to do that. They can't do that. They're not going to do it. This is all just FUD, and like I said about these titles, 99.99% of them are just trying to get you to sell your coins. Just read between the lines, guys. Read between the lines. There's lots of opportunity out there right now.
Yep, absolutely. And shout out, we got Oscar Ramos in the chat, an absolute crow stud. Has a great channel as well. Highly recommend you check him out. Welcome to the chat, man. Good to have you on the stream with us. Crypto Runner, great point. So happy to have you as a member today. Congratulations again on the gifted membership. But yeah, Crypto Runner, the staking rates are absolutely amazing right now for Crow. If you guys have CRO Coin and you're not staking in the DeFi app, I would say that you're probably making a mistake. That's not financial advice. You hold your Crow, you hold your coins where you want to hold them. But if you haven't looked into staking on the Crypto.com DeFi app, you best be doing it. And this is part of the reason, guys, that crypto cannot go anywhere. Why? Because it's DeFi, guys. The centralized exchanges are one thing. Notice, who is the SEC coming after? It's Robinhood. It's Celsius. It's all the mainstream entities, right? It's the big companies. They're not coming after DeFi. Why? Because they can't. Because they can't, fam. That's the story, guys. That's the story. And also, something to consider. Coinbase is doing some big moves, right? Let's just look back to Coinbase really quick. What do they got going on? One, they have a traditional stock. They are listed on the regular market. You can trade them just like you trade your Tesla shares. It is a real stock, not a crypto coin. So this is something they have going for them that other companies don't have, which is going to help them be a leader for regulation, most likely in the eyes of the SEC, in my opinion. Two, what else they got? Well, they are launching a layer 2 solution for Ethereum, which is spectacular, which is going to be supported by the Optimism token, which is very, very interesting. So going to be interesting to watch Optimism. But they have that going on. They have an NFT marketplace as well. And now they're launching a grassroots campaign for pro-crypto policy in the US. Why? Because we need it. Because the SEC is out of control. And because they know that ain't going anywhere. The IMF has even changed their footing, as we talked about. Coinbase is looking to the future. And guys, I'm bullish on Coinbase stock. And if you look at the history of the Coinbase stock, okay, it is so far down from its all-time highs. When this initially launched, it came tumbling down. Why? Because everybody in the mainstream markets and media saw crypto is a threat, just like they always do, and they shorted the heck out of it, and there just wasn't enough buyers here because at the time of the market where this came out, just wasn't enough steam in the engine, right? What did we get today? We got a 9.96% rally. You can see it up here in the top part of the screen, 9.96% rally on Coinbase today. It was up, I think, even 15% at one point today. Why? Because this is the future, guys. Coinbase is leading the charge. I got the alert on my phone from Coinbase, and I perked my ears, and I found this article. I was like, this is great. We need more awareness. Gary Gensler is going to lose the battle against you, me, Coinbase, and the rest of it. What are your thoughts here, Blacksea, on this Coinbase bit of news?
I think that this makes me think a lot about how the FTX money is gone, feeding Congress and these lobbying parties. And I really believe here now that Coinbase is doing a really, really smart move here. Because if Coinbase takes the spot, because we talked about Binance trying to wriggle in there and maybe be paying for some lobbying in the political arena. But if Coinbase comes out and starts doing this too, I think that would be massive. I really like to see these pro crypto articles. It's really, really cool to see. And I think that it's super bullish for a coin, the ticker for the traditional stock. I think it's really, really bullish for them.
I totally agree. And you know what? I'm going to say it. I mean, I'm just insanely bullish on this thing. There is no reason in my mind, I could be wrong on this. None of this is financial advice, folks. We are just here speculating just like you. The thing is, though, is we've been in this market since 2016. We live, we breathe, we eat, we sleep crypto every single day. We absolutely love it. And, we like to follow the trends. And if history shows anything, I would just go out on a limb and say there is no reason that Coinbase should not reclaim its all-time high when it launched and make its way up into price discovery mode for the first time in its history, as it is a brand new stock that came out. When did this come out? Here in 2021, April of 2021. It's not even 2 years old. Think about if you bought Apple stock when it was 2 years old. If crypto is really the internet 2.0 and crypto is unstoppable and the IMF is going to regulate it, and Coinbase is literally one of the only companies that's involved in crypto that has a ticker symbol and is listed on the regular market, how could you sit here and tell me that's not going to go up? This might be a great opportunity. I'm not buying this in a traditional investment account. What I'm doing is that I'm buying it. Well, I guess I am. I'm buying it in my Roth IRA. Why? Because it's a tax write-off, and I want my retirement money to pump up. That's some tax advantage account knowledge for you right there. But I will be taking profit on this, just like I'm going to watch the crypto market peak. We got to take profits, guys. So I'm going to keep an eye on this one, but very, very interesting to see. These guys fight back. It's super awesome to see. And we do need to fight back. Why? Because there is so much FUD out there, folks. It is out of control. Visa's crypto strategy remains intact despite the crypto winter. The U.S. payment giant denies a Reuters, I don't know how to say this publication. I don't really care because, frankly, this media outlet right here is totally trash. But they put out a article earlier today right here that said, Visa, MasterCard pause crypto push in the wake of an industry meltdown. From sources. Who are these sources and why are you lying to me? They don't tell the sources because they're lying, because they have bad information, because they don't trust the information. Maybe they should practice not publishing these articles before they confirm. Maybe they should confirm this with Visa and MasterCard themselves before they look like an idiot when a real news publication comes out, or at least should I say a real reporter came out and told the truth, got a comment from Visa, and Visa said, this is a lie. In fact, they said the recent failures do not change our crypto strategy, and they focus to serve as a bridge helping connect both platforms and technologies in emerging crypto ecosystem. They're not going anywhere. How ridiculous is this FUD? How many articles, Blacksea, have you seen from this publication that have been...
They don't stop. They just don't stop. I think every day there's 10, 20 more articles every day. But, good on Visa, honestly. I can't believe I'm saying that, but good on Visa for actually correcting and saying, hey, whoa, wait a second, guys. No, we're still doing this. We still love this. We're good. We're moving forward with this. Good on them, honestly.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what, guys? This is the thing you got to look at. It's the institutional adoption coming into the picture. And I do see some rumbles going on in the chat. Everybody's welcome here in this chat. It's so hard for us to keep up with all the chats, guys, in the stream. So if we do miss one of your comments, it's from the bottom of my heart. We do apologize. If you do want to make sure that you're seeing, it is easier to see if you remember. Super chats are really easy to see, but I'll try to catch every single comment, guys, the best that we can. I really appreciate, letting us know there in the chat, but there's a lot to be excited about. There's a lot of money to be made as these institutions start to get more and more involved in crypto. We see the story about regulation starting to unfold. It's looking green, guys. It's looking green, and we're coming into a bull market. If the regulation gets done before the bull market, it could be insane. It could be absolutely insane. Quick update.
Who knows? It could be the initial match to light off the fuse to start the true bull run, to start those big candles off. I could see that definitely happening.
Yep. And hey, by the way, the polls came in. And Blacksea, the results speak for themselves. They want to see some leverage trading live. So
I would love to do it. It'd be fun. Let's have some fun, guys. Let's do it.
We might need to try some of that out, guys. We'll have some fun with that. Quick update for you. Former FTX executive pled guilty to charges related to the FTX collapse. This is just one more kind of layer to the onion that is FTX and Sam Bankman-Fried. Everybody's caving in on Sam Bankman-Fried. If you at any point thought that he was going to get away and not get into legal trouble, not go to prison over this, every single time we hear more news about somebody pleading guilty, he's pleading not guilty, you should start to realize, this man is doomed, and he deserves to be because of the incompetence that he did with the billions of dollars from the money that he was transferring around from here to there and lying in the media, lying constantly to the face of the investors, the retail investors, you and me on Twitter. Just so good to see the walls collapsing in on this man, because at the end of the day, you could say it was the Terra Luna collapse, potentially. But I would argue that this is the reason that crypto bottomed so far below $20,000. I don't think we would have gone below $20,000 if it was not for the FTX fiasco.
I back that up, honestly. It was a pure black swan event, and it's what took us it gave us that little extra leg down. I thought that we were creating a very, very strong support level at about the $20,000 mark, and then when it happened, And it's pretty ironic because we were due. Based on the S&P 500, right before the FTX collapse happened, the S&P 500 was breaking out to the upside and showing bullish divergence. And just when that was happening, we were due for a pump on Bitcoin. Then, boom, the FTX collapse happened. Black Swan event brought us back down even further to a new low.
That's a very interesting point, too. The traditional market came down as well, and I can't say for sure if it's because of this. It could have been profit taking coming, into the end of the year. It could have just been an over-exhausted market. But there's definitely something to be said. I mean, for sure, crypto collapsed the way that it did because of the FTX, right? But there's something to be said where maybe it'd be interesting to look at, did this crypto collapse, did this FTX disaster cause the regular market to collapse as well? And I'd lean towards, probably a little bit, right?
Yeah, I think definitely. I think that when there's a big financial debacle happening, they can intertwine. I mean, the S&P 500 is what controls risk on asset rallies, And, sometimes it goes the other way. If there's a big institution that's really in bed with a lot of really, really big players and they disappear at a snap of a finger, there can be collateral damage.
Yeah, there really can be. And, you saw all the crypto banks and you saw, Celsius, all these large, so many traditional people, some large, Kevin O'Leary is a great example. He got smoked because of FTX. He got crushed and then tried to defend it, which was very bizarre. Never going to really ever look past that with him again, but he got crushed, and so did so many traditional market people. And it probably cost them to sell some of their holdings and some other things. Really, so it all ties together, guys. Just the same thing as we look at the S&P 500 to kind of understand, are we bullish on Bitcoin or, vice versa, right? I think they both kind of play hand in hand, but there will be a day, I believe, where crypto and the traditional market go their separate ways. Maybe not permanently, right? But there will be seasons. Like, I could argue that possibly in this next bull market, we might even see an opportunity for crypto and the traditional market to kind of do two different things. Why? Because, some people are speculating that the Fed might turn back on the money printing machine. If that happens, that's going to kill the dollar. But is that going to stop a bull run for crypto? I don't think so. In fact, I think that would make a more bullish case for crypto as people started to learn more about it. As the price went up, people would learn, well, maybe Bitcoin is better than the dollar because it is deflationary in nature instead of inflationary.
Let's get one thing straight. They will print more money. They will. They have to. That's how this system, the federal banks and the central banks, that's how this system is built. They need to print more money. The question is when. And my personal opinion is, hopefully they don't do it sooner than later, because we need to get this inflation under control. Otherwise, we're going to have a long sideways price action and more bearish price action. We don't want to see that. And I do believe that inflation will subside. How Jerome was saying, I think that honestly this year you're going to see inflation coming down a lot, and that will be kind of setting up the banks to be able to say, you know what, guys, maybe we should print some more. And hopefully they do it at the correct and appropriate time, and they don't start it before we can actually handle it. But it will happen, guys. They will print more money, full stop. That is going to happen.
It's coming. It's a matter of when. And another thing to consider, guys, is the presidential election that's coming up. Because when you think about it, the Democrats will want to retain office, just like any political party that's in power would want to retain their power. And so when you think about it that way, if you were Joe Biden, if you were the Biden administration, if you were, elected into Congress as a Democrat, right, and you got the power, do you want the markets to go up or down if you're running a re-election campaign? You definitely want them to go up. And so that might also be something that we have to consider when it comes to when the money printer comes back on, which actually might be the reason for the money printer to come back on. You could argue the opposite as well, right? But then, what happens with the market on this election? It's going to be very, very interesting. And when we see Bitcoin during these elections, I know that historically Bitcoin goes up, which is very, very interesting. Blacksea, have you been thinking about that one at all? You've been spinning the wheels on that one?
Of course. There's always these key events. There's always big pivotal moves that happen when big things are happening in the world. I want to see where the markets are at the month or few months leading into before we reach that point. Very, very curious to see what's going on around that.
Yep, and Crypto Runner, you're exactly right. You cannot print more Bitcoin. It is deflationary in nature. Well, the dollar is inflationary. And sauerkraut, I hope you're not right, because I want to buy a house. More properties anyway. I want more properties. And if these interest rates go crazy, might force me to have to buy with cash, which, hey, maybe we'll be able to do in a big, big way because of the crypto bull run that's coming. But I don't want to see the 70s and 80s interest rates again. But who knows? Want to point out, guys, we are giving away a Loaded Lion NFT when we hit 25,000 subscribers on the channel. If you haven't been following us on Twitter, go ahead and find us on Twitter @_crypto report. we are doing this giveaway for you. And if you're a member on the channel, Nazar, Crypto, Runner, all you guys that are a member on the channel, you do get an additional 10 entries towards this giveaway. And if you want to become a member, all you got to do is go to our YouTube page, join right here, or in the link in the description down below. It's pretty easy to do. You'll get a opportunity to talk with us in our private Discord for all the members, and you will get these awesome emojis that everybody's blasting in the comments and the loyalty badges as well during our live streams, guys. So check it out. Blacksea, what else is going on here? You see anything going on in the chat? Anything else you want to tell the Crow fam and this Crypto Report community?
I just want to say, guys, be patient. This is a massive opportunity right now in these trading channels that we're in. It's a great time to be accumulating, guys. This is the time to be accumulating. From now leading into the next Bitcoin halving, then a little bit after the Bitcoin halving, we should start running up. Guys, this is a great opportunity. If you're here right now, you're doing it right. If you're here right now, you're here before the crowd comes for the bull run. You're not FOMOing in. Yeah. You're doing the right thing by dollar cost averaging into the projects you truly believe in this accumulation zone.
100%. That's what we're doing here on the channel. We practice what we preach, and we are buying this dip. We're looking towards the future. And you know, guys, I mean, I wouldn't even be surprised just peeking back at this chart. I mean, who knows? Maybe we do make our way back up. One thing's for sure, guys. You got to be on the lookout for a couple things. One, there is more data about inflation that's coming out this week, so be on the lookout for that. Two, monthly candle close happened. I think it just happened, actually. I think it's coming up very, very shortly. And so we will have extreme volatility leading in to the next month. So be on the lookout for that, guys. Hit the notification bell. Stay up to date with everything crypto by following us here at the Crypto Report. We love each and every one of you guys in the chat. We appreciate this community. Benny, Nazar, Texas, Slay Maven, I know you're out there. Mr. Plan Profit, good to see you. Thanks for joining. Crypto Runner, congratulations. Let's go, Crow. Good to have you. We got the whole fam, guys. We're having a lot of fun here. That's all I got. I'm Crypto Kip. This is the Crypto Report. Don't forget, guys, smash up the like button. It helps. It goes a long way in the YouTube algorithm. Right now, if you don't know it, YouTube is not pushing crypto content. So if you love CRO Coin, if you love your crypto, there's no better way to help your bags by moving influencers that are influencing crypto up in the YouTube algorithm. Smash that like button. It takes 1 second. Subscribe to the channel. We'll see you guys next time. That's all we got. Don't forget to DCA, HODL, and of course, we will see you in the next one. Every Tuesday, Thursday at 5:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Live stream right here. Don't miss it. Peace.